First of all, to all the people who want to say, man, you crazy as hell, telling me I can't wear my Jordans and such and so forth. Wear your Jordans. Walk around looking like a grown goddamn kid. But don't get mad when you get profiled, pulled over, and treated like a boy. I mean, I'm quite sure you don't own stock in Nike. You ain't getting shit out of it. Except a bad image. No other group of men get so butthurt about Jordans. Why is that? It's because so many black men today are still mentally juvenile. You associate this damn shoe, that it's a status symbol from the hood, with who you are as a man, and you actually think it looks good and should be worn over all other things, especially in the 30s. I had some guy talk about, I can see having your style start to mature in your late 30s or 40s. Mature in your late 30s and 40s? Mickey Ficky, that is middle age. Your style should mature in your late teens and 20s. If you're a man out here still walking around arguing about I should be a sports fan and be able to wear my Jordans, ninja, please. You ain't going nowhere. You just using that as an excuse to stay juvenile in your mentality because you don't want to grow up. If anybody wants to argue the point why Jordans are so acceptable, leave me in the comments section. Let me know the positive impressions Jordans leave on your image and imprint on other people. Don't tell me you like them. Don't tell me they're comfortable. Let me know what they communicate, because clothing is a tool. You have to use it to your advantage. What advantage does Jordans or anything like that serve to a man after 25? Only basketball games, and even BGS said it. You play basketball in court shoes. Jordans really aren't the best shoes for hooping. And here's the funny thing. I can look at a lot of dudes' profiles. These dudes ain't running pickup games on the weekends. As much as we bang on women about being overweight, a lot of guys are very overweight today. Out of shape, couch potatoes, lazy. You're wearing jogging pants to cover up your bulky body, to cover up that belly. You're wearing sweatpants, not because you got a huge schlong. You wearing sweatpants because you're overweight. You're wearing them jerseys because they hang long and cover your belly. I rarely see a man who's in shape wearing sweatpants, sports team jerseys, and Jordans. The only exception is if you're in actual hip hop for a career, or you actually play professional sports. Jordans aren't a thing anywhere. Jordans are only a thing with the youth in America, because they really stem from hip hop culture. But like anything else, you're supposed to grow out of it. Every generation has its thing. We had parachute pants and jerry curls, but you grow out of your things. So here's the thing, guys. If you're on the stream and and here's the thing. I know some guys are diehard sneakerheads, but I know there are a couple of guys on my channel who are diehard sneakerheads, but they even admit they need to get better and start selling them. Because I would love to hear you make a cogent argument as to why Jordans help your image. Not the fact that it's my right to wear them and I can do what I want to. That sounds like a woman. No offense, but that's how women argue. I guess just by what's in the air in the last month, I've had more women more sisters asking about how come men are attracted to intelligence and this and that and other women. I think a lot of brothers don't really understand that you got options, but the first thing you're going to have to do to attract other women, dress age appropriate. I can guarantee you this almost 100%. You won't be dating outside of the black community wearing Jordans, fitteds, not in mass. One or two of you may, but you'll probably be dating white chocolate. The white girl who's really black, or the Latina who really identifies. I'm talking about if you want to date, Chung Lee or Milagros, or you want to date Bethany. I mean, dating across other cultures. I mean, really other cultures, learning other cultures. I'm not talking about down with the brown. I'm talking about other stuff. women across the planet are attracted to black men. And I think that's one of the major disconnects. You brothers don't realize how valued you really are. You brothers don't realize how many women say, you know what? I really think black men are attractive. And they're not talking about the dudes with the sag, and they're talking about just average everyday guys. They're not talking about Boris Kojo and all these other things. They're talking about average everyday guys. So here's the thing. If you are a guy and you are 5, 6, or 7 on the attractiveness chart, you're in the sweet spot to date any woman on the planet. If you're 3 or 4, we're going to have to do a little bit more tweaking. But if you're at 8, 9, or 10, you pretty much can have your pick across anybody because you're more select from an attention side. It's like when someone said, when they go to plentyoffish.com or dating sites and it says no black guys. What they mean is no ninjas. That's what they mean is no ninjas. Women will be like, no black guys. And what they really meant was no ninjas. Women across the planet love black men. We're forbidden fruit. We are forbidden fruit to everyone, and that is enticing to women. Any black man, you can date any woman you want to. You just have to learn how to be attractive to other women. And it is a complete image thing. It is your appearance. You just have to look normal, neat, and presentable. You have to look like they can take you somewhere to meet, their boss, their parents, their friends. That's it. You have to just look like normal. Your behavior, that means you have to be able to carry yourself like, hey, how you doing? Shake hands, look people in the eye, not be all standoffish and sullen and withdrawn. Your communication, you have to be brilliant, just well-versed, and be able to hold a conversation. Sisters in white chocolate. I mean, Jordans are a black thing. Let's just be honest. Jordans are a black thing. Jordans, how many white men in their 30s do you see wearing Jordans that don't hang out with black dudes? How many Asian guys do you see in their mid to late 20s wearing Jordans that don't hang out with a bunch of black guys? How many any other culture outside of black men do you see wearing Jordans? That's it. And Jordans $200-$300 a pair. 30 pair of Jordans, that's $10,000 tied up in Jordans. You can have a hell of a wardrobe for $10,000. Jordans they're almost like I don't want to say cowboy boots, but think of a utility shoe, something that has no purpose. I mean, they're big, they're bulky, the colors are crazy, and life is short. Experience everything. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna get up off of here.